Okay, it's the news with a buzz, gonna give it to you fast. From sports to hype to the things that make us laugh. When we talking yellow jackets, you know that we got the math. It's a center report that's never been this.
Black history in America began with slavery, where millions were forced to work without freedom, rights, and recognition. Even after slavery ended, Black Americans faced violence, discrimination, and lawsuits that held them back. Segregation laws kept Black people from equal education, housing, and opportunities. Our history is still being written, and it deserves to be remembered every day. Today, me and my Heaven are going to share some facts about two Black African Americans for Black History Month.
It's Heaven.
And Jaira.
How do you feel having a whole month dedicated to your heritage?
Having a month dedicated to my heritage is amazing. It indicates how we fought for our rights. Another reason why I like having a month dedicated to my heritage is getting to know the people who changed the world today.
That's deep. I like that.
What about you?
I feel empowered during Black History Month. I feel like I'm carrying a lot of strength and history with me. It makes me feel even more grounded in what I am, where I am, and who I came from.
I like that answer very much. You want to know who I recently researched?
Who?
George Washington Carver.
Who's that?
He was an American agriculture scientist and inventor who developed hundreds of uses for crops like peanuts, soybeans, and sweet potatoes. He was born into slavery in Missouri during the Civil War.
He was born into slavery?
Yeah.
That is crazy. He made peanut butter?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Very much.
That's insane. I had no idea Black men made peanut butter. But I also had a similar assignment. I learned about a woman named Shirley Chisholm.
Shirley Chisholm? Who's that?
Shirley Chisholm? She was the first Black woman in Congress. She was also super bold. She even ran for president back in 1972. People called her Fighting Shirley because she always stood up for kids, schools, women, and fairness. She kind of opened the door for Black women and Black people so they could be leaders as well.
Wow, that's an interesting fact. I like that.
Yeah, well, thank you for telling about George Washington Carver. I learned a lot.
Thanks for telling about Shirley Chisholm. I learned a lot too.
Well, I hope you guys learned a lot about new Black history leaders and new Black history inventors and creators. We had a lot of fun telling you about it and learning from each other. Ciao.
Meet Ella Fitzgerald, aka Lady Ella, the Queen of Jazz. Born in 1917, Ella's early years were filled with hardship and loss. But at just 17, she stepped onto the stage at Harlem's Apollo Theater, planning to dance, then chose to sing instead. That decision changed music forever. Her sweet, pure tone and flawless phrasing made her a star with Chick Webb's orchestra, and her playful hit, A Tisket, A Tasket, shot her into national fame. From there, Ella soared, leading her own band, breaking racial barriers, and redefining jazz itself. With her horn-like improvisation and dazzling scat singing, she turned her voice into an instrument of genius. Backed by Verve Records, she recorded the legendary Great American Songbook series, setting the standard for vocal jazz. Ella sang with Louis Armstrong, Duke Ellington, and Count Basie. She toured the world, collected 14 Grammys, and filled every stage with warmth and magic. Even when battling racism and personal struggles, she carried herself with grace, becoming a cultural ambassador and a symbol of possibility. From street corners in Harlem to the world's grandest stages, Ella Fitzgerald proved that a shy girl with a broken past could become one of the greatest voices in history.
Black History Month is a dedicated time to recognize and commemorate the vital work of Black leaders from the past and the profound impact they continue to have on our lives today. While many well-known figures are celebrated, it is essential to remember those who rose up during the height of the Civil Rights Movement, a time when Black Americans faced systematic oppression, violence, and the daily injustices of Jim Crow. Among these giants was Shirley Chisholm, who in 1968 became the first Black woman elected to Congress, operating in a political landscape that was openly hostile to her race and gender. But before she was a pioneer in Washington, she was a young girl finding her voice. Born in Brooklyn in 1924 to immigrant parents, Shirley spent part of her childhood on her grandmother's farm in Barbados. Chisholm's professional journey began in education, where she worked as a nursery school teacher before earning a master's degree from Columbia University. By 1960, she had transitioned to a role as a consultant for the New York City Division of Daycare. Deeply aware of the racial and gender inequalities of the era, she became an active leader in the local chapters of the NAACP, the Urban League, and the League of Women Voters. Her political ascent was rapid. In 1964, she became the second African American elected to the New York State Legislature. And by 1968, she won her historic seat in Congress. She further shattered barriers in 1972 by becoming the first Black candidate from a major party and the first woman in the Democratic Party to run for the President of the United States. Throughout her 7 terms, Fighting Shirley introduced more than 50 pieces of legislation aimed at achieving racial and gender equality, providing poverty relief, and ending the Vietnam War.
It's the news with a buzz, gonna give it to you fast. From sports to hype, to the things that make us laugh. When we talking yellow jackets, you know that we got the math. It's a center report that's never been this rad.